Hello. Hello, hello. What is up? Hello, Taco. Hello, Ricardo. How are you both doing today? How is everybody else who's also here doing? Hello, hello. We are back. For the first time in like 2 fucking weeks, we are back to Rogue Trader. I do apologize for the long absence from these streams. Last week was enraging. And also exhausting. So I missed the 2 streams at the end of the week. Today was also somewhat enraging. Hooray! I love working at Walmart, where they definitely don't try to fuck with my money at all. That's a new development. And actually, I'm gonna bitch about that a little bit because I'm still mad about it. So found out today that my boss's boss's boss. No, wait. Team lead, coach, general manager, regional manager. My boss's 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 boss. The regional person, right? Has said, has decided that we are going to be in the, we are going to be scheduled not just as in-home drivers anymore. We will sometimes, seemingly at fucking random, be scheduled as personal shoppers. Now, if it was just, oh, we're being called something different, that would be one thing. However, when you are coded in the system as working a different position, you will be paid the rate that is for that position. Now, what that means is, when I am driving as an in-home driver, I have a $1.50 differential that I get paid for going out. It's essentially like a small amount of hazard pay because I'm having to leave the store, go out, drive on the roads, which you can never tell. You can never guarantee that the roads are going to be safe. I am going into people's houses, which you can't guarantee that that's going to be safe. You know, the overwhelming majority of the people whose houses I go into, they're old people, they're disabled, they can't go out and shop themselves. That's why the in-home department exists. So, because we take extra risks, we get paid extra money. We get $1.50 extra. If we are coded in the system as personal shoppers, not in-home drivers, we do not get that extra $1.50 an hour. Now, I make $19.90 an hour, which means before I make that $1.50, I'd be making $18.40, which means that $1.50 is roughly 8% of my pay. So whenever they feel like it, they are cutting 8% of my pay off of what I make. And the reason for this is because this regional manager wants to make his spreadsheet that he uses to keep track of our schedules prettier. He is fucking with my money because he wants to make his spreadsheet look better aesthetically. There is no practical purpose for it. That is enraging. Literally killed him. That was actually the first thing I said. I'm like, he needs to die. He needs to die. Oh no, his brakes got cut. And then I immediately had to be like, for legal purposes, this is a joke. For legal purposes, this is a joke. YouTube for legal purposes, Kick for legal purposes, Rumble for legal purposes. I don't think Rumble really gives a shit. But regardless, that is a joke. I am not actually playing. I'm not stupid enough to try to kill somebody because they're fucking with my money. I'm just going to quit and go to another job. So yeah, I'm going to start applying to more jobs, not just the one that I applied to on Tuesday. Because they're still fucking with my schedule. They're still scheduling me on days that I'm not available. They're still not scheduling me on days that I am available. Twice in the back of the head. Oh my god, he committed suicide. How did he do that? He shot himself in the back of the head twice. Crazy. Magic, yeah. But yeah, it is. It is incredible how quickly this job went to shit. Like it was essentially, I was essentially like fully on board with this job 2 weeks ago. Are you missing the night shift by now? No. I'm still not missing the night shift because this is still better for me overall over working in the night shift. Bring you up here. Like I could still, you know, do things with family more easily, even though it's still not that easy because the only day off that I have on the weekend is Sunday. Hi. But yeah, I got another email on Indeed about another management position that starts at like $40 an hour. So I will be applying to that once I finish the stream tonight. That one's even in the restaurant business, so I even know more about that than I do about that's smart. Yeah, the night shift was easy, and there wasn't really, like, there was drama, but it was, like, very minimal drama, and it almost never actually affected me. This is them actively fucking with my department. What about your friend's bar? They wanted you to be a... Oh, that was a lot. Yeah, he's no... Not only does he no longer work there, he is banned there for life. They also don't pay enough. Why? Because he's a security threat. Because the people that run it are paranoid, and he knows too much about their security systems. And they're concerned that he's basically just gonna, like, walk in and rob them blind. So they banned him from the premises permanently. Which really sucks, because it was a really cool place, and I like going there with him. But... oh well. Alright. Is this your friend, the criminal? The former criminal. I mean, fuck, he got out 10 years ago at this point. 11 years ago, actually. I started at Pizza Hut in 2015. And he was already out. Yeah, so he's been out for about 11, 12 years now. And, like, he wasn't even in there for stealing or anything. He was in there for beating the shit out of a bunch of cops. But, okay, so, speaking of beating the shit out of a bunch of people, we have a place to be. Right? Don't we? Don't we have a place to be? Yeah, that's fine. Everything seems fine. Your lordship, you're here. I knew you wouldn't abandon us. These iron creatures have been attacking us all over the planet. No one knows where they came from, or we haven't been able to find out in all the confusion anyway. I left my post down in the roots to clear the landing pad. It's good that you're here. Now the creatures are as good as dead. Sergeant Patosh, I hate this man's fit. I hate this man's fucking voice. Oh, wait. Let me, pull this up, make sure everything's working correctly. Let me actually just double check these as well to make sure all of this is working correctly. Okay, you are working fine. You are working fine. You are also working fine. Okay, everything's working. Hooray. Wait, why is the live chat not going up? Wait, hold up. Not everything is working fine. Ah, shit. All right. What's my Rumble password? 1 second. Stupid things are happening. What are you? What are you? Where are you? Close to the bottom. Is not close to the bottom. Where the hell are you? Oh, it was literally at the very top. Son of a bitch! All right, password is PASS. I'm actually like starting to type in the bullshit that I'm saying instead of the actual password that I need to put in. Okay. There we go. All right, testing. Testing. Over there and over there. Okay, cool. We're good. Hooray, we did it. Sergeant Patricia, God ever protects you. Or the Von Valencia's dynasty, your lordship. What did you know about the enemy? These iron creatures came out of thin air. They attack in waves, giving us hardly any break. It is good. It's a good thing we managed to get a message out in time. These things are not made of flesh and know no fear. And they're closing in on us on all fronts. So your arrival is a blessing from the God Emperor himself. When those things appeared, got to put the Governor Zarkov. Yeah, this guy was personally handling the delivery of the sacred mechanisms to the Red Robes. Their machine spirit chapel is located in the northeast. Luca, our chirurgeon, went south to the gate, right to the front, like a proper medicae. I think he's looking for anyone who could still be saved. And Drill Sergeant Javaka is leading a squad defending the path we've established to the Zito ruins northwest of the landing pad. That's where the first wounded came in, and they were being chased by those cursed creatures. Jenner presses a portable vox to his mangled ear, his expression darkening. Damn it! They've launched a fresh attack on all fronts. I have to get back to the other level of the roots. I'll hold back as many as I can. I don't even remember what you're supposed to be doing or what is happening. I don't either. Soldiers, I'm powering up the tower. Atonement for the one. Casualties. Do we have casualties? You're in a war right now, dumbass. Arsenal is open. Gear up and engage. Just as I taught you. One shot, one hit. I don't... What do you mean one shot, one hit? This guy took like 4 shots and he didn't hit a single time. Played one. Minos. Immunity of death. Cannot attack, fatigue, disturb, toxin, perplexed, horrors of the warp. Mental damage dealt to this creature is reduced by 50%, and machine damage is increased by 30%. What is machine damage? Okay. Living metal restores 10% of its maximum wounds at the start of each turn. Also gains toughness percent armor. Toughness percent armor bonus at difficulty. Okay, if the creature is currently affected. Ah! Nope, you gotta get down. Get down, 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 down. Literally, there's plenty of spaces you can jump. All right. As penance, or not as penance, but to make up for the fact that I was just skinned alive below the belt, I'm gonna have a little bit of my chocolate shake. Flesh hunger. Creature prior to his acting injured enemies. The target has less than 50% of their maximum wounds. This creature makes an extra attack. That's rude. bleeding 14. And the more bleeding... Okay, the more bleeding he has, the more damage they do. If at the end of the creature's turn there are no adjacent enemies, there's a high chance it will attack an adjacent ally. Is that interesting? So old that it can hardly move. Its armor and dodge are reduced by 40%. Oh, nice. All right. Well, flayed one, flayed one, flayed one, flayed one. Oh, wait, no, that's an ancient flayed one. 684 versus 379. So not quite double. Literally the same bonuses. There's just a stronger version. Played one. Quartermaster Kirovich. Zarkov Guardsman. Drill Sergeant Jakava. And Origin Luca. Okay. And last but not least, this guy's got like barely any health left. I don't know if that's going to be that big of a deal. All right, so we will do all right, and this. Adira, and Adira. What? Why did you just get closer? What just happened? Why did he just die? Okay. Not entirely sure why I can't do this right now because my bird is very much dead. But, we can't do this though. Oh, come on. We can do this though. How many are left? Yeah. Ancient flayed one way the hell over here, and the flayed one over there. Okay. Wait, did we not?
Wanna see a trick? Will do. Anything else? Not again.
Wait, what? What do you mean not again? What do you mean not again? Well, that's rude.
I'm not so sure.
Wait, did I just kill one of my own people? Fucking sick, god damn it! Wait, why am I not able to attack multiple times anymore? What happened? I guess I forgot that... Did we restart combat? I don't appreciate this. Let's see. I mean, we could just give boosts to Abelard at this point, right?
Indeed.
I have no idea why why is he doing chain lightning stuff? Oh, because of this. Okay. Let me...
Don't get too cocky.
Okay.
Weather the storm.
Stay vigilant. Break them around.
Moving out. I must not.
I feel like we're absolutely demolishing these things.
Follow.
Because now we have Cabela. Who do we want to send Cabela after? Who's got played one, played one? He should have played one. I would actually like to get her over here, but there's no way.
I shall not fail. Trust can't come. The other side awaits.
My faith strengthens me.
He ran away so that he could fucking charge. I love this man. Whoever this random soldier is, the fact that he did that extra shit is so fucking funny to me. If I go up here, can I hit people? Nope.
I won't suffer this.
Nope, I cannot. I go here. Can I hit? I can hit this guy there, though. All right. Hell yeah.
choice in service.
Okay, I was about to say, why are you not dead? Oh my god, this is the first time that he has actually gotten a chance to move in I don't know how long. What is the power relay? Is this something that I'm supposed to be trying to get to? Okay, what the hell all does she have? 42 to their willpower and toughness. Decreases veil degradation. We're at 0. Alright. Abelard. Oh, that just does damage. I thought that was like what we needed to do to end the fight. Well, I kind of just wasted one of my stronger people's turns. Where's that one? Oh, you're down here. I forgot about you. Imagine actually getting to round 2 in a fight in Rogue Trader. This has literally never happened to anybody. Oh my god, look what happened. What do all these fucking things do again? Oh, nice. What is this one? Ah, okay. I think we just... What do you mean? How is it that if I point exactly at this guy, I have 0% chance to hit this guy right now? I now have 95%. I have a... I hate it here.
Remember the name.
All right, and yeah, so she's done.
Follow my lead.
Moving out.
Follow my lead.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Woohoo! We saved everybody in the settlement except for the people that I killed and the one guy that died from the actual enemies. Hooray! This is the problem that I'm having with this game, right? Like, I'm on unfair. I'm playing through on unfair fucking difficulty. Yes, I have 2 officers in the party, but I'm not even really using both officers. Most of the time, by the time Cassia gets a turn, she doesn't get a turn. Like I said, this I think was the first time since I put her back in the party that she actually got a turn. And she's been in the party for like the prior like 4 streams of this game. Like, it's actually insane. Your lordship, the attack has been repelled. Woohoo! Your lordship, I owe you my life. Thank you, and glory to House von Valancius. It seems you have saved me twice now, Lord Captain. When the users hit, they gain 17 temporary wounds for 1 round. The effect triggers even if the attack was blocked or parried. Does not stack. Boo! Garbage. Actual trash. The user gains temporary wounds equal to their current wounds for 1 round. When the user loses these temporary wounds, they suffer +1 stack of fatigue until the end of combat. Whereas Captain Quartermaster? When informed that Captain Quartermaster took a group of our fighting scouts and headed toward the ruins, your lordship. Where these things come from? They came from the ruins, your lordship. Literally. Refresh everything, make sure everything's all right. Refreshing. Wish I could set that as the default. Huh. Yeah, no, it looks like everything's fine. It might have just been like a quick blip or something. Who's to say which you found more terrifying, the sight of their right claws, or the prospect of being an obstacle in your path? All right, I'll do that. Oh, we leveled up. Well, might as well. We're getting dangerously close to being level capped. All right, what do... Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. I don't know if that's going to help him right now because I don't think that we have any implants on him yet. But we could just get an ocular implant even if it's not one that's really that good. Damn, plus 30 to damage. 2 times strength bonus. Okay. Lawyering time? We just get weapon skill. I think that's fine. Leveling time. Close. Not quite. I'll take melting armor. Wait, do we not have? Really? All right, we're gonna grab that. Oh fuck. Well, actually, this could help, right? Because she has, I don't have anybody else that's a grand strategist, even though I have Cassie, who's also an officer. The grand strategist is also really useful. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Even more free AP on turn 1. Very, very nice. Ooh, this could be really good. Because I almost exclusively end up using Blade Dance against one person. It's very rare. Primarily because it's very rare that I run across groups of people that like bunch up like that. Maximum wounds. We'll take it takes 2. And we will take weapon skill as well. And Cassia, what do we do with you? I mean, sure, why not, right? And we'll give her... the extra movement points are actually, like, really, really good. Okay. Beatimus. All right. Man, y'all don't really have that much, do you? Forgive me, but I need to get my wounds patched up. Boo, you coward. Oh, wait. What are we shutting down here? Take your machine tech, slide rapidly across the vid screen of this cogitator. For captured your rival, the regiment's loyalty is now distracted by more, or dictated by more than just us. Kurovich reads the data slate thoughtfully while he's sipping it from a bulky flask. The image of a diligent clerk is belied by a bruise spreading across half his face, and the usher military uniform dressing glory. Private attention shift. If you lost your mind or lost your way, well, you He lifts his harp, cunning eyes towards you and straightens up. My apologies, your lordship. I didn't recognize you. Quartermaster, Governor Kirovich. At your service. He goes, a bow of subpar quality. How are you doing? I think it's piled high with corpses, your lordship. That's how. What can you tell me about him? Nothing good. We thought no one could hide better than our scouts, but these tin cans came out of nowhere. Tough bastards they are. You'd sooner kill 10 drovers than one of these beasts. Not? Really? They even drape themselves in our flesh. I've seen a lot, but that was something else. What else? Those blades on their limbs are not bad at cutting. I'll give them that. Not bad at all, those blades. Looks over his shoulder and screams piercingly, Yazek! Yazek, get a move on. Grab a couple of men and see if we can saw the claws off those beasts with the cutters. We'll have ourselves some knives. These blades against the enemies of the dynasty. If you so command, your lordship will aim them right at our own guts. How do you like being a governor? Sometimes I think Grox is more likely to become a rogue trader than I am to be a decent governor. Barely right. I'd make 3 mistakes in the word Iho. And do you have any idea how many positions to the administratum I have to file every day? I'd rather spend a month slurping broth made of bark and leaves than fill out another requisition for supplies on Form 12B. Used to be simpler. Commander would be right there on the next branch. He'd hand out orders, rations, and targets all at once. And again, truth be told, food's not an issue anymore, and the rifles are brand new, still smelling of oil. Life could be worse. Yeah. How's your life changed? As you see, life was hard before, but at least the Xenos weren't butchering us. No offense, but everyone knows it was on your orders that we stirred up those ruins like a nest of flesh-eating flies. I suppose I should thank you for not abandoning us. Turn to your duties. Okay, so what is happening here? Even with the changes brought to the cage, the corpse cocoons remain. The people of Zarkov still honor the tradition. Okay, so we could turn this off. We could turn this off. We could turn this off. This is medicine? I'm assuming. Because, you know, the chirurgeon's right here. We have this, which is a weapon. We have this, which is a data thing. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming this is just like general power to the system. Zarkov Sting. Oh my god, it does no damage. Oh wait, it did something. Wait, hold up. Using Beta Strike with his lasgun inflicts 18 levels of toxin. Are effective against targets and cover with targets with high dot. Wait, what is that? What is Bayonet Strike? Okay. Like, I know what a Bayonet Strike is in the real world. I wasn't sure because it wasn't showing up as an attack on here, right? Like, you got single shot and burst fire. It doesn't show the Bayonet Strike as an actual attack. So this looks like it's like the lighting. Yeah, all of these cables are going directly to the lights and shit. Which, you know, that's not a great thing to lose when you're in the middle of a fucking fight. Be on our trail once we've regrouped. All right.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Oh. Is nobody moving? Alright, so there's nothing for us here. That's just the elevator again. Alright, I'm gonna try this one. I feel like this one is probably the least important. Let me just double check. Sacred machine text, slide rapidly across the vid screen of this cogitator. Alright. That's just a cogitator. We can just turn that one back on at some point. The rest of them are like, these are actually important. Why are they just like sometimes not moving when I tell them to go somewhere? That's a little A little annoying. What do you mean we need to cut? You said we needed to turn off one thing, you fucking liar. All right, medicine, weaponry, or lights? Medicine, weaponry, or lights? Which is the least important? That's actually a really tough choice. The cogitator was whatever. It's just like, oh, there's a computer. We can turn off the screen for a bit. I think the medicine. I think this is the least important out of everything that we have left. Oh, it's not even that. It's just food. As for an emergency, yeah. Are we just cutting power to everything? Is that what's happening here? All right, lights next. Weaponry last. Oh my god. Well, we just killed 2 people. Where's the fucking last one? There you are.
We are bound by the blood of masses.
What do you... What? We've cut the power to everything. Oh, fuck off. Didn't see this one. Reactivation requires rerouting and cutting off the power to literally everything else. It seems like a terrible idea.
What of course?
I don't appreciate this. I think this is bullshit. The real question is, when are the xenomorphs going to show up? What? Oh, that's what... Okay. When is the xenomorph queen going to show up? That didn't hit anybody. Interesting. Okay. Well, saved. Oh, still nothing. All right, what do we got? What's going on? What is the happenings? Tools tossed aside in a hurry. Some have bloodstains on them. Others have broken handles, as if they were used to fend off an attack. Well, duh. Yeah. Since the excavation began, workers have made great progress in the arduous task of cleaning the entrance to the
Let
ruins.
us walk this
I mean,
path
kind
to
of.
the end.
Oh, hey. I found some people. Adira, would you mind being Adira? Haha. Setting this man on fire. What do you mean unavailable?
Not this scryer's job.
Fucking excuse me?
On it.
I hate that I can't ambush these people, because that's really stupid. Aren't you the one that showed up in my bedroom, or was that somebody else? Well, that's just rude. Motherfuckers over here think with portals, and that's impossible. I played that game. Alright. Do we just start like this? We probably move over here, right? Chronomancer. 1100 health. We can kill him in one. Temporal regression. If a creature not affected by the temporal anchor effect moves to a cell adjacent to the Chronomancer, it'll be sent back to where it started its turn, restoring all wounds that were lost during the turn. Oh, that is insanely abusable. That is a huge area. That is like an actually crazy area. Causality breach. Time moves strangely in the Chronomancer's presence. Each time an extra turn is granted, it's timed to last only 30 seconds. I love that. That's so funny. All right, at the start of each of their turns, the Chronomancer gains +3 stacks of temporal regression. I love when they use the name of the thing in the name of the thing. Or they use the name of the thing in the description of the thing. The creature not affected by the temporal anchor. Oh, it's that. Fleshless Chrono Punishment. As long as the Chronomancers are alive, all flayed ones are under the effect of Chrono Punishment. This creature suffers... Wait, what? So, as long as the Chronomancer is alive, all flayed ones take double damage? Am I reading this correct? I feel like that's... I mean, okay. Dira's gonna have a fucking field day with this. You know what? I don't feel like doing anything. We're just gonna do the thing. Alright, so where is Idara? Idara is there.
You've got a problem. I've got
Oh, I should have paid attention where Vesper was. I need him over here. Okay.
Don't get too cocky.
Alright, we gotta move quick. Alright.
I did not understand.
Wait, what did we do?
Anything.
I mean, that's fine.
That is not my destiny.
That's fine. I think that's legitimately totally and completely fine. So we're just killing rocks right now. That's what we're doing. That's the whole goal here.
Jai Haydari. Remember the name.
Good job. They've merged. Oh fuck. They've merged into one. Oh, Jai is suddenly in a very bad spot. Can we just kill you, right? Oh, it's an ancient one. I could also just like... Why do I have 8 billion movement points? That's also kind of wild.
Corrupt way has failed you.
Alright. We did it. There is no longer any stuff.
Not again.
Really? I can't get any of them? Get absolutely fucking demolished. And I guess
No can do.
I stopped in like the worst possible position because I can't hit anybody else. Alright, well, that's fine. Let's see. We could do this on Abelard. We could do this on Abelard. We could do this. What's this doing again? Veil degradation. Let's set you on fire, shall we? And give him another extra turn.
Victory is imminent.
And can I reach you again? I can reach you again.
I'm not interested.
Well, shit.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
It is the Seneschal's job. I was really hoping that I could kill those two, but whatever. You know what?
Killing brings me no pleasure. Death is a blessing.
Set you on fire. And hooray. I was like, I don't know, it's fine, I guess. There's not a scrap of skin left on this person and almost no flesh. That's horrifying. 4 claw marks are visible in the hard stone, yet their depth and sharpness are more reminiscent of swords or power weapons. There is an examine way the hell over. Oh, okay. There's a pathway way the hell over there as well. Strange medley of bones, skin, and still wet flesh clearly carries some pseudo-religious significance. It seems the shrine was once destroyed, but is now in the process of being rebuilt using human bodies. Seems great. Ideal, even. Let's see, what else do we have to talk about? Wasn't there? Yeah. I don't think No, we did. We read that.
Forge my destiny among the stars.
Vetka Dunowski looks to be at peace. Her eyes are shut and her hands are folded serenely over her chest. Literally the only one that didn't get absolutely fucking, like, obliterated post-mortem. Well, I guess we clear this. "5 minutes? That's important, maybe." What are you? Necron Tech Hotshot Lasgun. 30 to 35, 50 armor pen. Not bad.
A job for me.
These obelisks were erected much later than the original structure. What is written on it? Panegyric? What the fuck is that? Is that a word, or is that a Warhammer word, or is that a real word? Panegyric. Panegyric is a formal speech or piece of writing that offers high elaborate praise for a person, group, or thing. It treats its subject with deep admiration, leaves out any negative details. Oh. It's a puff piece. It's an ancient puff piece. That's funny. An epitaph, a warning. Any of these? Oh, God. Pressing the space bar when you're not sure what window is actually in focus is a dangerous thing to do. The ancient gate was clearly once sealed and walled up by means of inhuman technology. Isn't that right? Hello, corpse. The roots that have broken through the walls are tightly entwined around a desiccated corpse. You can make out that the mummy is wearing rusted armor bearing the Von Valantis emblem and has an augmentation in place of one arm. You have never seen an implant of this kind before, and it has been crafted with incredible skill. Yet more advanced... fucking Christ, I cannot read. Yet more evidence of Siberian's expedition, your lordship. Another loyal servant of the dynasty who gave his life for his lord captain. Really? Okay. I'm gonna try to reach the augment. You feel the poisonous spikes scratching at you like rooting creatures. They search for any grip or for any gap in your armor and fail to find one. Your fingers close around the augment's metal and you tug it slightly towards you. The corpse's old bones break with a die crack and you gently pull the implant out of the tangle of roots. Oh, Shireen, what a gorgeous little toy. Not better than mine, of course, but still a hand. To inspire envy in all of the Agi. Broken bionic arm. Oh, I can't do anything with it. It is a marvel that the augmetic survived at all, albeit in a starry, unusable state. The staff on your flagship should be capable of restoring it. Maybe. Loot! Alright. Lore and loot. Love to see it. Against all odds, the old data slate activates in your hands. It displays only a sequence of text entries that repeats over and over again. Mark this. The Omnissiah's sacred color is green. Green indicates the motive force is sufficient. Not blue, not red, and never black. Only green reveals the truth. The machine god punishes me for my lack of diligence. What am I missing? The second button always provides one charge for one level. The third gives 2 charges, but only for the second and third vid screens. The first... I've only grasped that it grants a different charge to each screen. The first receives 3, but what of the others? Must test. I must comprehend. Omnissiah, all-comprehending and all-knowing, reveal to me thy wisdom in the weaving of calculable probabilities. Grant me clarity of thought and freedom from all temptations of the flesh. Memory module is damaged. I must decipher it. I will make records so as not to forget. Mark this. The undecided sacred color is green. Oh, fuck! You got dementia. You got robotic dementia. Okay, I feel like this is important. One moment. I'm going to type that out real quick. Because I don't know when that will show up again. Okay. Second button 1. 2. Button 3. Okay. Button 1. There gives 2 charges. Question mark? Screen 1 plus 3. Okay. 2 is 1 charge for 1 level. Wait, always provides 1 charge for 1 level. 1 charge, 1 level. Button 3. 2 charges. Screens 2 and 3. What does it mean by 1 charge, 1 level? Literally, both of these other ones talk about screens. But this one says the second button always provides 1 charge for 1 level. What does that mean? I hate when they do this. I hate when they use different terminology for the same thing. All right. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay. Let me just do things. Okay. So this gives +2 +1. Okay. Except button 1 doesn't give +2. Wait, this one says that it's supposed to give +3. So if I click it again. Two and 2. What? Hold up. Wait, what is happening here? Okay, wait. 1, 2. Oh, okay. So green is +3. So red is +1, blue is okay. Let me try to map this. Let me try to map this out. Hi, buddy. Also, hello, kitten. Okay. So button 2 is 1 charge. Okay. So that is +1 greens, 1 and 2. Button 3 why did it do that? Okay. Okay, so that is +2 to screens 2 and 3. And then this is what again? +3 +1. Okay. +3 screen 1 +1 screen 3. Okay. How do I make this work? We need to get to +3 on all of them. Okay. So we need to get this. Okay, so for the final thing, we probably need to get this to blue, this to green, or this and this to blue, and this to green. I think that's how we get to that. I'm gonna try to like reverse engineer this, right? Puzzles, my primary fucking weakness. Okay, move that up to the top monitor so that I can actually. Yeah, wait, let's move that over here. Easier to read this down here. Okay, +3. Let me. Red 2 equals blue. 3 equals. Okay. I need +3 +1. If I do. Wait, okay. See, that's the thing that I don't understand. Every once in a while, it just, like, resets it. It just, like, forces a reset. So, +3 +1. Wait, what the fuck? And then, wait, hold up. That's a different fucking... So this one actually... Okay, so it does +3 +1 the first time. The second time, it does +1 +1. And then the third time... Fuck, I hit the wrong button. Okay, so we're back to 0. We're back to 0. Okay, so if we hit this, +3 +1, +1 +1. See, we have all red, but it's not resetting, which is weird. Okay, so wait. So this one does different things each time, right? So +3 +1, and then +1 +1. +1 screen 1 +1 screen 3. And then +2 +1 +2 screen 1 +1 screen 3. So it's 3 1 2. And then it's just +1 +1. +1 screen 1 +1 screen 3. Is it just if you spam? Is that what's happening right now? It's just if you spam too quickly, it resets it automatically. That's actually kind of funny. I actually kind of like that. Okay, so I think we have the full pattern for button 1. I'm just gonna hit button 2 a little bit. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's just that one's really simple. And then this one is just +2. I hit too many buttons apparently. Yeah, this one just stays +2, +2, +2, +2. Okay, so if we hit this first, right? My brain is just like not able to fix this. Okay. So actually, let's do another test. Will I still get +1/+1 if I hit another button in between? So +1/+1 would be off and blue. Okay, so let's hit this. So it would actually be off and off, right? Yes, okay. So it does keep the pattern. It doesn't reset the pattern if you hit another button. That's another good thing to know. Okay. Okay. I think puzzle time. Yep, and it is one that is hurting me. 3. I'm really curious. I'm really curious if I could just like put in what I know to like grok and see if it actually gives me the correct answer. I don't want to do that because I do want to try to figure out the answer myself. But once I figure out the answer, I kind of want to try that and see if it works. Hi. You gonna come down and say hi again? Are you gonna try to lacerate my entire like inner thigh again? Me too, buddy. Brock is retarded. You be mean. You being mean. You leave my boy alone. All right. So let me think. Let me think. Okay. So we need to get the +3 on all of them. +2 +1. So it's 3. It's +3 +1 +1 +1 +2 +1 +1 +1. That's the pattern for button 1. Button 2 is just +1 for screens 1 and 2, and button 3 is +2 for screens 2 and 3. Okay. So if we do, let's just say we start with this. All right, we start here. We hit this. There we go. There we go. The user can equip 2-handed melee weapons in his hand, excluding staves and rock saws. If the user has a ranged weapon in their left hand, the first attack per turn made with the... I did it. I did do it. I was like, okay, so obviously you're going to have to hit all 3 buttons. And the pattern in button 1 is such that that's the one that you're going to have to use to fix the rest of it. And I was like, okay, like if I do this and then I do this, I'm a little bit... Basically, the goal was to get button 2 to green, which just requires you to hit button 3 and button 2. Or I needed to get screen 2 to green, and then button 1 will get the other 2 to green eventually. Medium armor, which is garbage. Actually, this is kind of, except for this is actually really good. Wait, don't we already have this on Abelard? Wait, don't we already have this on Abelard? Doesn't Abelard already have a two-handed weapon on here? Yeah, we already have this. I fucking knew it. Wait, what is the difference here? If the user has a ranged weapon in their left hand, the first attack return made with a two-handed weapon in this hand costs -1 AP. Oh, okay. What if I give it to him in both hands and have him dual wield two-handed weapons? He just becomes a Titan fighter. All right. Probably intelligence, right? Probably intelligence. All right. Forceful strike, maybe? Provocation, maybe? What does slash do again? Hey. I think I'm gonna do provocation. I think that's fine. And with you, I kind of want to do. I think there is technically something else that I wanted to do with him, but I can't remember what the hell it was. Hmm. Hmm. Nope. We're just gonna take Firestorm. We're just gonna take Firestorm. That is the correct thing to do. And yeah, and intelligence. We want to boost up the Oh, are you stuck up here because your sister is blocking your path down? You can get down. I have faith in you. I have faith in your ability to jump down from this very small height. He's stuck. He has decided that he is stuck. He's not. I mean, we just get... Well, we get this... Nah, I want to keep this one here. I want to get this one for sure, because that way we can get this one for free every time. And we can guarantee that we have this. So we're basically guaranteeing that we have both of them. What? Fucking... What have I been getting for you? Intelligence? Sure, fuck it, why not? Sure, fuck it. Blood Oath. Target seeking an enemy, vowing to special remark. The blade dancer's next second because there's like any commit cannot be dodged or parried. If it kills the target, the blade dancer regains 17 movement. 1 AP. Additional turn. It can be used multiple times per turn, but it grants +1. Hide. 31 wounds. Blade Dancer faces the side of their choice and immediately ends their turn until the beginning of the next turn. They could dodge area attacks without moving. Nah, we're gonna do Blood Oath. I think that's fine. And what have we been grabbing for you? Toughness. That is also entirely fine with me. Hi. Ooh. I think that's probably a good idea. We're just gonna take that one, I think. And we've been doing perception on her. Fuck it, why not? Alright! Hooray! We did it! We got a broken item. And we killed a bunch of Necrons, I'm assuming. I'm assuming Necrons. Primarily because I don't know what else to call them.
We shall reclaim what is
But we're about to come back up to the top and everything is everybody's dead. This is my assumption. This is my guess as to what is happening in the future. Holy shit. I'm assuming that everybody's dead. What are you doing? Just you. Yeah, it's like this cat was pretending like he couldn't find a single place to jump down. Back a thing while the load screen's loading. Alright. What? What do you mean everybody stole? What? Really? Alright, shut down the elevator. Shut down the elevator? Hello? Can we turn things back on? Alright, never mind. All right, well, I guess there's nothing else for us to do. We're just done. We're done here. Sure. Why not? My shake is gone. I am upset. I am upset and sad. Okay, well, we do have a broken augmetic, so we know where to go next. I can't remember what it's called, but I know where to go. Please move to where I'm telling you to go. Thank you. This one, the Sector Bionica. I remembered. I remembered what it was called. I needed no help. You know what? I'm gonna do something. You. Interesting. Never mind. Where's the person? Where's the person? Where's the person? Named character, where are you? You're a named character. Found this other place. Can you do it? Scanning. Request denied. Unknown technologies are not among the gifts of the Omnissiah, are not subject to restoration, and must be disposed of immediately. In that case, I'll ask your colleague, the Vivisector. He tends to be more accommodating than you. The stifled rasp comes from somewhere inside the tech priest, as if the augments in his body have entered into some kind of conflict. Inefficient! The Vivisector life form lacks the requisite competence. Friends' visors quickly sweep over the area around him. Before he practically snatches the strange augment from your hands, the technology will be brought to maximum achievable efficiency. All right. Ferenz approaches you quickly and, from under the deck, pulls out a package, the same size and shape as the augment you gave him. The efficiency of this machine has been restored. The record of tech heresy within the sector Bionica system has been deleted. Restored bionic armor, superior quality, ablaze, blah, blah, blah. What does it do? It makes shots from ring combat weapons once per round instead of once per combat. Ooh. Does that matter? Like, that's interesting, but I literally have never used those things. Primarily because every single time I've ever tried to use them, they've missed. Alright, well, we got it. So, are we just done here? Oh, wait, contracts. Fuck it, why not? I wonder if I have enough scrap shit, like cargo, to max out the last of the reputation peoples. I'm gonna make that quick stop, bro, and then we will go back, and we might actually be able to finish up this DLC. And then, oh my god, make actual like main story progress tomorrow night, maybe. Absolutely insane. I haven't done that in months. I think it's quite literally been months at this point since I last made fucking story progress. Yeah. Oh, I am maxed on everybody. Wait, what? Since when did that happen? Oh, this probably happened when I was doing all of the colony shit for that last planet. All right. Wait, let me actually double checking. Double checking. Double checking. Double checking. Yep, we're done. Hooray! We have literally no use for anything anymore. Okay, so you. No fucking way. The hell are you? Blade sword. As opposed to what? What do you mean, blade sword? What does that even fucking mean? Blade sword, as opposed to blunt sword. And or... Like, what the fuck? All right, what is double edge strike? Attack does not count towards the, but deals 20 damage to the wielder. Huh. Interesting. What else do we have? Righteous justice. Sword grants the following effects based on the wielder's rank of conviction. Dogmatic. Adherent ignores the dodge of Xenos, demons, psychers. Votary additionally ignores deflection. Oh. Oh. Okay, and what is his? He is just follower, so he doesn't get shit all. Got it. Ow. Huh, hi. Were you chasing the fly? Is that why you just, like, leaped on me out of fucking nowhere? By the way, this cat has been sleeping very peacefully right there on my bed this entire time. And she woke up, saw a fly, and decided to attack it. And by it, I mean literally my leg. It's okay. Despite the fact that you stabbed me many, I still love you. Alright, we might have a Shelby cat for the rest of the stream. Another two-handed sword. Whenever an ally adjacent to the wielder attacks an enemy, the wielder makes an attack of opportunity against the enemy if possible. Ooh. Also does more damage than the Craven's Blade. Okay, so what does this do again? Shift this two-handedly put down a mutiny staged by the cowardly blah 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 blah. So it's just a basic thing, I guess. But we get the 25% crit damage instead of... Nope, we're not dropping that. Wait. What are you? Gamer. Proto Staff, Emperor's Wrath. Level 15. Pretty sure... Oh wait, why does this scale? How does this scale? 5 tallest psychers result. Ah. So this could actually scale above this other one. Plus 20 willpower, plus 10 fellowship. To just heal allies instead of damaging them. Nice. And what was this? Grants the Psyker additional armor equal to the staff's power level until the start of the Psyker's next turn does not stack. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think we just ignore all that because none of those are really better than what I have. All right. Well, time to return home. Oh my god, nothing happened. Wait, you again? Oh shit, something did happen. God damn it. By the way, anybody that hasn't done so, you should subscribe to the channel and like the video. So we gotta go straight back to where the fuck we just were. That's what I'm gathering. Straight back to the Sector Bionica. We got one jump closer to fucking Eurabundus. All right. What do you mean? That's a terrifying sound. I know I've heard it before, but that is a terrifying fucking sound. So am I supposed to find Eobol, whatever the fuck his name is, Eogun? Not that dude. I don't even know where that guy hangs out. I know it's somewhere. Well, they're all somewhere on the bridge. You. What's going on?
Magos biologus Eurystheus octo rebido declaimed. Every organism naturally born, flesh from flesh, knows fear. But the supreme terror of an organic organism is invariably evoked by the threat of annihilation.
You did right.
I've pondered this a great deal. Do death and terror define our existence from the very beginning? Like a kind of fate, a raised blade since our conception that governs our lives. Rogue Trader, do you fear death?
Nuncius' countenance, a reminder of the inevitable end, stares at you with his empty eye sockets. I'm no stranger to human foibles. We all live with that fear.
And that is what unites us. A sincere answer. It is a rare ruler who will admit that he fears anything at all. Thank you for indulging my curiosity. Now it is your turn to select the topic of conversation.
I'm ready to listen to what you and friends have to say.
Refusal to repair Nuncius is an outrage and a violation of the vows he has sworn to the machine god. I will summon him to the bridge immediately, in the hope that he will not dare to prevaricate in the presence of the rogue trader.
This man went from 0 to 100 real fucking fast. He's like, we shall wax poetic about death and life, and we will do things, and now you get to pick the topic. So I heard you're having problems with this guy. Yeah, fuck that guy. I hate him a lot, and I hope you kick his ass. Janitor Ferenz holds a servo skull in the grip of his steel fingers. Nuncius. A Vox grill has been wired to the skull, from which the binaric hiss of error testing litanies can be heard. Oh, no more voice acting? Eogan scowls in testy displeasure. I must admit, friends, I expected greater competence from a colleague of your experience and intellect. I accept that you are unable to understand the delicate workings of my dearest companion, but your refusal to acknowledge your skill deficit and your attempts to disguise the fact with outrageous claims that he is in perfect working order. Friends cuts Eogan off in a calm tone. Pride is not included among my operating variables. I register any lack, or any error or lack of competence in my logs as meticulously as I do successful procedures. The diagnostic rites were performed in accordance with the Catechism of Maintenance and Operation. The possibility of error has been excluded. This servo skull has no defects or failures. I'm here to demonstrate this personally in the presence of the Lord Captain. Other chunks, yeah, we got a Shelby. We have the fairly rare Shelby appearance. A girl. Why have you attached a box to him? This model is not capable of independent communication in low Gothic without supplementary equipment. It is a temporary measure necessary to provide a clear demonstration so that you may address Nuncius directly. So is he broken or not? He is fully functional. However, the servo skull's actual functionality is different from Magos Eogan's characterization of it. A demonstration will show what I mean. There are now 7 limbs on screen? What do you mean 7 limbs? 2 of mine and 3 of hers. That is 5, good sir. My legs ain't on screen. Angry veins swell on the Manibulus's forehead. The only thing it will show is your unfitness for your post, friend. Your lies will not fool the rogue trader. Yeah, let's get this over with. Lord Captain, I propose that you examine the skull personally. Try to ask him any questions you may have. It will prove most instructive. Friends politely carries the skull to the command throne. Nuncius sits docilely in your hands. His eye is producing a constant flicker while a grunting sound crackles from the box. Examine the servo skull. The skull contains only a control microcogitator, an Imperium standard set of manipulators, and an autoquill for log keeping. All organic components are completely absent, so there's no brain in there. Can you hear me? Error. The requested identifier Nuncius is not recognized. Specify your designation. Autoscribe servo skull, designation 17-401, system status pending. 17401 have been subject to any modifications. Number of the 1. Modification protocol installation of a Vox grill by an authorized unit. Unit identifier. Genitor Majoris Ferenz. No data found on other modifications since the inception of operation. Open access to the latest log entry. No authorization. Access denied. Authorization required by Unit Eogun Febris. Eogun! After a moment's hesitation, Eogun grumbles, I am willing to suffer this gross violation of privacy if it will allow me to expose Janitor Ferenz's lies. Access to the logs has been granted. Authorization received. Last available log. Attachment to Unit Eogun Febris. Styches 8. Attachment was effected after the assembly and consecration of Unit 17401's machinery in Workshop Zenta 8. Since then, the logging function has been suspended pending a litany of reactivation. What? This is inconceivable. Friends must have violated the integrity of the logs. Nuncius, what has he done to you? Error. The requested identifier Nuncius is not recognized. Friends, what is going on? Where is his memory? He does not have one and never has, Lord Captain. No member of the Adeptus Mechanicus has ever granted this servo skull the sacred boon of personal authorization, despite Eogun Febris' claims to the contrary. To retain information, much less mimic personality characteristics, requires a far more sophisticated cogitator and organic base. These are absent here. For the past several decades, this 17401 model has been operating on basic settings. Ridiculous! Ignorant fool, how dare you deliberately twist the truth? Eogun stops talking abruptly, peering over his shoulder as if listening to someone. He's looking at the place where his dearest colleague usually hovers. After a few moments, the tech priest nods at the empty air. Quite right, Nuncius. Should not have entrusted just anyone with such a delicate matter. Yes, I should have immediately sought out your expert opinion. We should stop this farce and repair you ourselves. Eogun, to whom are you speaking? With my dearest colleague, Nuncius. Who else would I... Eogun looks in confusion at the servo skull in your hands, then over his shoulder. But, how? No. Cannot be. How? Because I could hear him. His lips quiver, and his fists clench and unclench. He looks pitiful, lost. Pressing his fingers to his temples, he squeezes his eyes shut, straining desperately to remember something. Suddenly, his eyes fly open. You hear a strangled moan. He looks at you, dumbfounded. Rogue Trader, I must apologize to you and Janitor Ferenz. I see now. I see everything clearly again. The Omnissiah has granted me a revelation, but I feel no gratitude, only heaviness and pain. Would it be a heresy to beg the machine god to take back this knowledge? Yes, perhaps it would. It is not Nuncius who needs repairing. No, not him at all. He looks at the servo skull as if for the first time. I'll take it back. Afterward, find me on the bridge. I'll share this revelation with you. But for now, I need time to gather my thoughts. All right. Time to talk to the crazy man some more. We're over here. Right. No? Wait, where were you? You're over here? Where the hell was he? Yeah, there. You're just listening? How dare you listen?
Rogue trader, what disputation will you honor Nuncius and me with today?
Well, let's talk about him.
Yes, it is long past time. I only ask for the privilege of privacy. This admission is difficult for me to make, and I can confide only in you.
Alrighty. What you got to say, old man? Yogun looks aged. The lumen light on his wasted face casts each crease, furrow, and implant scar into stark relief. His hands, usually resting contentedly on his stomach, or pensively tweaking the pistons on his chin, now hang limply at his sides. He hovers barely above the floor, as if some unbearable weight were on the verge of crushing him into the deck. He does not look at Nuncius. Why did he lose his friend? Because he's crazy and it was never the freaking servo skull to begin with. Thesis 1. My mind is sick. This is an incontrovertible fact. Up there's his favorite fucking phrase again. I deduced it long ago, 49 years and 138 days ago, to be precise. After weighing all the arguments, I chose inaction. A decision egotistical in its rationality. I believe that, had I attempted to cure my insanity, I would have declined all the sooner. What? So Nuncius never fucking spoke? He's just a servo skull? He just floats around and doesn't do anything? And Yuga just, like, he basically made an imaginary friend. So he was just crazy? Basically. Thesis 2. There are two Nunciuses. This is also an incontrovertible fact. The first Nuncius is a figment of my imagination. There you go. The product of my insanity, and at the same time, the anchor that keeps my mind from further degradation. I projected onto the servo skull, a model with no additional features other than an auxiliary lumen and an autoquill. It is incapable of conducting a conversation or holding an opinion. I do not even know from whose skull it was made. That's so sad, yeah. It's Warhammer! Everything sucks in Warhammer. The second Nuncius is a genitor extremis of the Adeptus Mechanicus, my dearest colleague, the person who could cope with my temperament, walking shoulder to shoulder with me on the path of knowledge, the only person whose presence ever made me feel alive. For the last half a century, he has been in unending agony, caught between life and death, at the secret site Amsanct, because of me. All this time, I've been searching for ways to save him. He exists and is still alive. This is another hesitation, a tiny moment that holds fear and hope. Doubt heavier than an entire world. Yugen finishes quietly. It's a fact. Not incontrovertible. Said that treating your insanity would make it worse. Explain. These memories are painful, forming a rational understanding of the world, breaking it down into hypotheses, facts, conclusions, is not just my vocation, it is the essence of my existence. I have power over my thoughts, but my emotions, they bring chaos to my existence. They tear through logic and trample over calculations. If I rid myself of the Nuncius figment, I'll be left facing a monstrous, insurmountable task alone. My efficiency will plummet, and the path to knowledge will be shrouded in mist. Paradoxically, my insanity is the key to preserving my mind and soul. You are speaking really rationally about your own insanity. How else am I to speak of it? My condition is a known fact. I've discovered it, assessed its impact. Ow! I have been injured once more by Cat, weighed all the variables, and settled on the most rational plan of action, which is to remove information about it from my memory by means of a ritual of transcranial electroconvulsive self-flagellation that I designed myself. The ritual is dangerous and unreliable, but it is better than the alternative. Every few months, I once again spontaneously deduce that I am insane, as I have just done, and I arrive at the same conclusion as before. Why haven't you performed the ritual this time? Your trust in me has already been shaken. You worked out on your own that there was something amiss with me. If I do not tell you the truth, then it will be irretrievably lost. The scenario in which I tell you everything is the only one where there is a chance of us being on good terms once more. The decision to eradicate a newfound knowledge is never easy. I understand why I must, but each time I feel like I am killing an important part of myself. I'm afraid of knowing the truth about Nuncius, but I am also afraid that if I forget it, I'll never remember it again. And that fear is not groundless. The intervals between my realizing the truth are becoming longer all the time. I used to uncover my secret about once every 2 months. That quickly turned into 4. Now it takes as long as 8. This shows you that the deterioration of my mind is accelerating. He raises his colorless gaze to you. So far, I have failed to find an effective countermeasure. I do not know if I will ever find one. Well, at the very least, your gaze can be treated as any mana. So, you know, that's good at least. That's how Magic the Gathering works, right? Colorless mana is any mana. Or am I being stupid? If you keep forgetting him, why are you still trying to save him? The memory of an organic brain is not as malleable as mathematically sound data stored in cogitators. Memory cannot be fully exterminated, only mutilated. Moreover, it is not my goal to forget Nuncius completely, but rather to obscure my memories of him. I usually can recollect that there is someone in a similar state, and that this experiment is a priority for me in Nuncius the Servo Skull. The sense of time slipping through my fingers, the thrill of research, and an inexplicable sense of the import of the outcome all urge me to conduct these experiments, even if I do not remember for whose sake they are being done. Was he like the real one? Not was, is, comes Eogun's mild yet emphatic correction. Everything I said about him before is true. He compliments me in all that I cannot foster in myself. He is also my staunchest opponent. His skepticism and caution have always balanced my scientific optimism and audacity. We rarely completely agree on anything, but I believe that without our conflicts, we both would have discovered and achieved far less. Ours is a symbiotic relationship. Together we form a whole that is more powerful than its individual parts. Alright, what actually happened there? Amsankt is a planet in an uncharted sector of space, home to the ruins of a civilization of technologically advanced Xenos. The Ordained call them Necrons. There, we set up a research camp under the supervision of the Inquisition, and we set about searching for surviving samples of xenotechnology. And we found them. One of them led to the tragedy that resulted in Nuncius being caught between life and death, and me talking to a servo skull. He says this in an uncharacteristically dry monotone. Ask your questions, Terry. I will answer them all. How does one get there? That part of space can only be accessed through a special dimensional gateway. I do not know its exact coordinates or how to activate it. I assume that only the highest ranks of the Inquisition can answer this question. Well, at some point in the near/far future, we will be talking to people in the highest ranks of the Inquisition. How'd you get there? Nuncius and I belong to a secret sect of Xenorites. What the hell is that? Our path of knowledge is the study of xenotechnology for the benefit of the Imperium. Many of the priesthood of Mars, who interpret the precepts of the Omnissiah very narrowly, deem our path a heretical schism. After our ordination on Styges 8, Nuncius and I went searching for samples of Necron xenotech, a nearly impossible task, and thus a fascinating one. On one such expedition, we came into conflict with other tech priests. We were close to death, but the Inquisition, who had been observing our research in secret, decided that we would be more useful alive. Of course, it was only once we arrived on Amsankt that we learned that the Inquisition had been behind the confrontation. From the bits of information I was able to piece together, I came to the conclusion that the Inquisition was interested in that sector of space as a whole, and that Amsankt was only a small portion of the operation. We were transported there on a certain Chartist vessel for the purposes of secrecy. I suspect the Chartists were just a cover. Our expertise was invaluable for the study of the Xeno ruins, so Nuncius and I were placed in charge of the research team and provided with all the necessary equipment. What were you researching? We discovered a rare specimen in the ruins, a critically injured but still functioning Xenos, and some kind of artifact with it. The Xenos called it a refractive transmuter. Understanding how this artifact functioned was our primary objective. We imprisoned the Xenos and tried to uncover its secrets, but our equipment was incapable of hurting or granting us any insight into the device. We experimented with the refractive transmitter almost blindly. You said that he was between life and death. What happened? The artifact. Nuncius and I had a disagreement. I was frustrated by the lack of progress, and I wanted to take a more radical approach to studying it. I wanted to experiment on myself. Nuncius was vehemently opposed. He argued that it was reckless, with insufficient data and unpredictable outcomes. Of course, he was right. In my stubbornness and arrogance, I did not heed him. I removed the artifact from the stasis sacellum. Stasis sacellum? Is that a Warhammer word or a real word? Small sacred enclosure or shrine. Pronunciation. How do you say this?
Sassalum.
Sassalum? Okay. And reach for it with a mechadendrite. Nuncius tried to intercept it and inadvertently touched the artifact. That moment has haunted me for the past 50 years. The refracted transmuter began to rearrange Nuncius's body on a molecular level. Metal turned to flesh, and flesh to metal in a monstrous cycle of wicked infinity. At times, he would produce a scream, but after a second, his vocal cords would turn to lead and his tongue to tin, and the screams would abruptly cut off. I had no time to reflect. To save his life, I had to hastily modify the stasis sacellum, and immerse Nuncius in it along with the artifact. It did not stop the agony, but it did stop him from dying. It gave me the chance to find a solution. Locked away in the laboratory, I tried to find ways to reverse the artifact's effects. None of them worked. I turned to the Xenos, demanding information with threats, requests, pleas, but its only response was contemptuous silence. I was utterly powerless, and then I decided to flee. Left him there? Silence, an empty gaze. Finally, a reply. New knowledge, tools, experience. I needed more. My staying on Amsanct would not fix the situation. I decided to flee to the Expanse and seek answers there. I couldn't take Nuncius with me, so I secretly diverted the motive force from the main generator to support the stasis sacellum, placing the main camp on reserve power, then closed up our laboratory. Then, by means of deception and cunning, I managed to stow away on a Chartist vessel that had been delivering supplies and equipment to Amsanct. I disembarked on Footfall. I have not returned to Amsanct since. All the experiments you have witnessed, I have conducted them for one purpose: to find a way to save my dearest colleague. I'm not going to hit 3. That's just, like, unnecessary. I've heard all I wish to. What are you going to do now? I have no more secrets from you. I will help you return to Nuncius. We will go to Amsanct as soon as we find a way through the gate. Iogun stares through you, looking lost. Difficult memories are dragging him away from the here and now. Yes, of course, we must get to the Nuncius. I have to find him and finish what I started, don't I? I have a request. I need to prepare before this journey. Before I joined the clergy of Altar Templum XT17, I had a small laboratory in the Avioris system. I was forced to leave it in haste for my own safety, and important samples and records of my experiments remain there. If we want to help Nuncius, we must retrieve them. Very well. Thank you, Terry. If I may, I will leave you now. I have much to think about. Don't fucking lobotomize yourself, you moron. Claws in my skin. Hi. So, we got quite literally one jump closer to our actual goal, and then immediately got derailed again. Oh, at least it's like right there. Where am I? Nothing happened. I love it when nothing happens. The fact that I can't get from Avioris, can't get to Avioris from Furibundus is absolutely wild. Lord Captain, the Master at Arms has reported an attempted armed sabotage at the Sector Bionica. The culprit used a frag grenade. There are many injured among the staff. The Lord Captain's presence are required. Oh, fine. May the Emperor guide you, Lord Captain. We were denied the ability to do something that is literally logistically impossible, so we're going to destroy the possibility of anyone getting it. I'm about to the point where I'm just like, you know what? Servitorize the entire crew. Fuck it. Nobody stays a living human. Everybody becomes a servitor. Fuck all he is. Tired of your bullshit. Wait, what the fuck is happening here? Why is Ferenz being held at gunpoint? The smell of promethium and burnt flesh stings your nostrils. Usually, goddammit, cat, get your own claws out of my fucking flesh. Stop it. 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 Stop. Huh, let's try this again without the agony this time. The smell of promethium and burnt flesh stings your nostrils. The usually crowded Medicaid facility seems empty and quiet. Shrapnel mixed with bloody debris crunches under your feet. Enforcers cluster near the site of the explosion. Sauerbeck quickly turns to you. I mean, Lord Captain, you're already here. No, no, no. No, goddamn. Okay, no, you get down. Motherfucker. Oh, fuck. Those far more fucking paw knives than I'm used to. All right, yeah, I'm here. What do you want? The perpetrator broke in during the guard change, detonated a frag grenade, and started spraying plasma in every direction. We blocked his escape route, but the scum managed to take a hostage. Our sniper needs time to get into position. The perpetrator is only willing to talk to you. Perhaps you could stall him for a few minutes. Sarbeck's gaze momentarily shifts to the floor, to the bloody body laying at the enforcer's feet. Who was it? The vivisector from the Sector Biotica was in the blast zone when the explosion happened. The attack was probably in it. Oh, so he's dead. Who did it and why? Before Sauerbeck can answer, a loud voice gets in. No talking amongst yourselves! Have I not made myself clear? Eyes on me, you bastards. The guards part slightly. I don't know why I decided to give him that accent, and it's probably going to change. And you see a man clad in Voidsman armor. Most of his skull has been replaced with a cortical implant that gleams in the lumen light. The weapon, clenched his hands, is aimed directly at the head of the hostage, Janitor Ferenz. Lord Captain, you actually came, just like you did for my surgery. You are here to relieve my pain. The man's face twitches slightly as if in a persistent tic, but he forces a smile nonetheless. The area where the implant connects to his head has turned red and oozes blood. You're the one destroying my Medicaid facility. Present yourself to your Lord Captain. Nautix Schwartz, Sergeant of the 2nd Dex Detachment. Or is it 3rd? I can't remember. The criminal clenches his teeth, trying to stifle the pain. Several tiny blisters burst on his temple, but the hands gripping the weapon remain steady. Why? The Medicaid officers, they said they would save me. Save me. But this ain't no saving, Captain. This is torture. These cranial shackles keep me awake, muzzle my thoughts. I keep them tightening every waking moment. I feel them tightening every waking moment. I cannot think. I cannot give orders. This dead metal makes me a dead shell, Lord Captain. I know this for sure. And so, I've decided to share this death. Are you the same Voidsman I ordered to have a cranial implant installed? You were there, Lord Captain, I remember. You took away the pain. You ordered them to install. You wanted to do what was best. Why'd you want to talk to me? You should know what your Medicaid officers are doing to your people. You plan to kill the vivisector? I did. The cranial shackles keep you from sleep, keep you from oblivion, but take a heavy toll. The one who put the iron in me has already gotten his due, though killing the Crimson Priest is harder. But don't worry, I've got a nice little gun ready for him. Man eagerly points at the weapon with his chin. Criminal sneers, glaring at you. Another spasm contorts his face, but does not reach his hands. The muzzle of the plasma pistol remains fixed on the janitor's head. The tech priest emits a Benaric trill. The servants of the God Emperor put the pieces of your head back together, and this is how you repay them? If I had known that my subject was incapable of overcoming adversity, I would have killed you myself. Lord Captain, I'm doing my best. I am, but how much longer can I go on? Man's lips twist into a pain grimace, and he closes his eyes for a moment. A fresh glob of pink mucus spurts out from the inflamed seam between his skull and an implant. You're strong enough. The pain clouding your mind is merely a trial, one you are more than capable of overcoming. Lay down your weapons, and I promise the Medicaid officers will ease your suffering. Hmm. Gender friends had nothing to do with your implant. You may consider your mission complete. I believe you, Lord Captain. You wouldn't allow it. You wouldn't hand your men over to the metal. I believe you. The man's twisted face relaxes, and the weapon slips from his grasp and falls to the floor. Driven by pain, the Imperium soldier slowly sinks to his knees. His body still twitches with chaotic spasms. His gaze fixed straight ahead. He resembles a broken servitor in his agonized submission. Execute the criminal. As soon as the body touches the deck, the figures around you begin to move. Sauerbeck commands the enforcers to examine the room, and Medicaid officers begin to bustle about, bringing the Sector Bionica into some semblance of order. You dumb bastard! I hereby express gratitude to the Lord Captain for saving this life form's vital functions. May the Omnissiah grant watch over your every step. Janitor Friend stands before you for a few seconds, as if frozen in place. The visors are the first to show signs of life, flickering erratically. I need to go to the operating room immediately. The Martinex lifeform requires my expertise. Wait, he's not dead? I thought he was dead. That's why I shot him. Oh, well. Get fucked, I guess. All righty then. Hi again. Are you going to keep stabbing me? I'm not overly thrilled with you right now, you little shit. He's going to be a gargoyle. I accept. I will allow you to just be a gargoyle. They're really not... Oh, I can travel there. Lord Captain, I have an urgent report. Janitor Extremis Eogan Febris has left the flagship after breaching all disembarkation protocols. Under the circumstances, his actions must be considered highly suspect. The Master at Arms has already opened an internal investigation into the matter. Where is he gone? By breach of protocols, we mean grossly tampering with the onboard cogitator of one of your lordship's passenger shuttles for unauthorized personal use. However, the onboard augers continue to pick up the shuttle's navigation beacon signal for some time. Latest data indicate that it docked with one of the merchant ships bound for Footfall, after which the broadcast ceased. God fucking damn it! Ugh! It's fine. Everything's fine. We have no idea why he did this dumbassery. I'm afraid not, Lord Captain. The enforcers, under the direction of the Master at Arms, have interrogated everyone associated with Janitor Febris over the past week. No useful information could be obtained, except for the mention of his highly unstable emotional state. An order was issued to force access to his personal service skull for inspection, but it was discovered that the esteemed janitor had taken the unit with him. Given the esteemed janitor's heretical leanings, I see nothing surprising in such a stunt. My recommendations: conduct a thorough search of the fugitive's lab and private quarters and set course for Footfall. It is likely the ship can be intercepted if its navigator takes long routes through the warp. The search for Eogan cannot be delayed. Acknowledge, may the God Emperor protect you, Lord Captain. Okay, so now do I have to... God damn it. All right. Well, I guess we're going back to Furibundus. Lord Captain, procession of the ship's workers is holding a gratitude march on the decks, pleading to be allowed on the bridge. As I understand, this relates to your decrees regarding augmetics. What are your orders? I don't trust this. I told them that they couldn't get them. Wait, what? Both specialists from the Sector Bionica have been sighted in the procession. It appears the chirurgeons have succeeded in bringing your servant back from the brink of death. Oh, nice. What exactly do they want? Nothing out of the ordinary, Lord Captain. Just a celebratory procession in recognition of your deeds. God damn it. The flagship's preachers and officers occasionally hold these ceremonies to foster gratitude within the crew toward the hand that feeds them. Remarkably, the procession was not organized by the officers at the time. Do not object to gratitude, but I don't trust this. I'll inform the enforcers of your decision. They will ensure the people are monitored. Should you wish to personally honor the procession with your presence, please speak to me on the bridge. And dialogue. I don't trust this. I don't trust this. I told these motherfuckers that they couldn't have augments, and now they're being grateful for me for not giving them augments. I'm expecting roughly half of these people to try to kill me. And then Adir is just going to chain lightning them all to death. Under the astonished gazes of your senior officers, the augmented procession sweeps through the entire deck and stops a dozen paces away from your throne. The procession is hemmed in on all sides by enforcers, but that does not stop the people from shouting blessings in your honor. Most of the procession is made up of low-ranking officers and inhabitants from the lower decks, their scar-hatched faces blazing with unfeigned devotion. A bandaged man of uncertain age and bearing marks of distinction on his chest steps forward. We have come to bow before you, Lord Captain, to show our gratitude for your fatherly heedfulness over each and every one of us. Now, even the lowliest cripple knows that he can serve the God Emperor with a decent prosthetic. This bolsters our faith and spurs on our toil like never before. Thank you. The man is clearly trying to maintain his lofty style of speech, but he still falters at the end and simply bows. The light of your mercy leads even the most hopeless to righteousness. I'm so incredibly confused, because I told these motherfuckers that they couldn't have them. The assembled rows of people all look at you and make the sign of the Aquila over their chests. Some people clumsily render the Aquila because they do not possess hands. They have been replaced with crude metal hooks. Oh, I told them that they could have, like shitty quality ones, essentially. So I guess they're grateful even for those, which is cool. That they're not like, we didn't get the best of the best, so we're gonna fucking shoot you. Consider this my thanks for your honest service. Sure, why not? I was not expecting sudden... One after another, each face, disfigured by burdensome fate, eases. The head of the procession raises a metal arm above his head, and all those able to follow suit until a sea of prosthetics are held aloft. The members of the motley procession bow deeply. Among them you see the familiar figures of the experts of the Sector Biotica. Janitor Ferenz, you're here as well. How are the things in the Sector Biotica? The janitor steps forward slightly. The multitude of visors hidden beneath his hood move almost silently, surveying the deck and you at the same time. I feel like I'm bleeding from all of the cat claws that have dug into my flesh today. No? No. Surveying the deck of the U at the same time. Request accepted. The Sector Biotica is fully operational once more, and under the oversight of this life form. Augmetics are being installed in accordance with approved protocols. What about Martinex? The functions of the life form Martinex have been restored. Critical blood loss was quickly replenished by the multitude of lesser status life forms from the lower decks who presented themselves for urgent bloodletting supposition. The rabble did this out of loyalty to that particular Medicaid officer. The life form Martinex also wishes to thank you. The figure beside you is barely recognizable as the former vivisector, ghost-like, pale, and almost completely swathed in bandages. He sways on his feet, but dutifully bows his head to you. Fucking tries to bow and just face plants. The life form has not yet regained full functionality. You'll be able to communicate with him later in the Sector Biotica. Friend steps to the side, deftly supporting Martinex, who is at risk of toppling over. Called it, I guess? Gratitude accepted. You are dismissed. The enforcers step forward, blocking the procession from your throne. Without interrupting their shouts and prayers of praise, the procession turns around and moves to leave the deck. Ugh, hiccups. All right. Well, we have reached Furibundus. And I do think that that's where I'm going to call it tonight. Because A, I have to pee, and 2, I have to get to work in the morning. And yes, I know I started with A and then went to 2. But I'll be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, same as I started tonight, or at least I will try to be here at 7 o'clock. God only knows with my job. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow doing more Rogue Trader. No stream Sunday, Monday as usual. Tuesday and Wednesday we will be back doing more Final Fantasy IX with the same ridiculous and insane voice acting that I've been doing for that playthrough. And yeah, we're actually making story progress there as well. Story progress for both games that I'm playing? Holy fuck, an actual miracle. But yeah, we'll be doing that. That is the plan for essentially the next week of streams. If you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. If you're on Kick or Rumble, hit that follow button. If you're on Kick and YouTube, hit that like button. All these buttons are entirely free, and they help the channel out immensely. We are trying to get to 500 subs on YouTube. We are very, very close. I think we're at like 460 something right now. So if you would hit that subscribe button, it would be very much appreciated. And if you want to go even further and help me out financially, I do have links to both my Patreon and my Throne in the descriptions of both Rumble and YouTube. And on Rumble and Kick, I do have paid subscriptions activated, so you can toss a sub my way and get ad-free viewing. So yeah. But regardless of whether you hit any of those buttons, free or paid, I appreciate you being here as always. And as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.